Nearly 5 days after two powerful earthquakes hit Venezuela, more rescue teams have arrived, but hopes of finding survivors is fading. The death toll has climbed to at least 1,450. More than 3,150 people have been injured. Around 12,700 people have been displaced. And at least 774 buildings have collapsed. The worst damage is in La Guaira, a coastal estate north of Caracas. This is where rescue teams are still searching through broken buildings with dogs, thermal scanners, and heavy equipment. There have been rare moments of hope. Authorities say at least 33 people were rescued over the weekend, including children. A father and his son were also pulled out alive after 4 days under the rubble. But rescuers are now past the most critical window. Experts say the first 72 to 96 hours after a major earthquake usually decides how many people can still be saved. That period has now passed. Every hour makes survival less likely because of injuries, dehydration, heat, blocked air, and unstable debris. The humanitarian situation is becoming more desperate. Hospitals in Caracas have put up photographs of missing people as families search for relatives. An opposition-backed website listed tens of thousands of people as missing, though the number is shifting as victims are identified and survivors are located. In the worst-hit areas, residents say help has been too slow. Some families say they knew where relatives were trapped but did not have the machinery to reach them. Others have accused the state of arriving late, leaving volunteers and relatives to dig with shovels and bare hands. More than 2,600 foreign rescue workers are now helping local crews. Teams from foreign countries including the United States, Colombia, Mexico, and Switzerland have joined the search. The US has already pledged $150 million in aid, with more assistance expected. The United Nations, the Vatican, and several countries have also offered support. The scale of the destruction is partly explained by Venezuela's geography. The country sits near the boundary of the Caribbean and South American tectonic plates. That makes parts of Venezuela vulnerable to strong earthquakes. Two quakes measured at 7.2 and 7.5 in magnitude and struck close together. They were also relatively shallow, which means the shaking at the surface was stronger. Now, the disaster response is under political pressure. Interim President Delcy Rodriguez has declared a state of emergency and appealed for international assistance. Her government says relief work is being coordinated, but access to some of the worst-hit areas has been restricted, with journalists and aid workers required to travel under official supervision. Officials say this is to keep emergency routes clear. Residents in some areas say the restrictions are making it harder to get help in. In Falcon State, frustrated residents reportedly broke through security corridors, saying assistance had not arrived quickly enough. The political backdrop is important. Rodriguez took office in January after US forces captured and removed former President Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela. Maduro's removal has been described as an abduction and imprisonment by the legal community. Venezuelan officials call it a kidnapping. That history makes the current crisis more sensitive. The same United States that seized Maduro is now sending aid and rescue support to Venezuela under Rodriguez's government. And inside Venezuela, Rodriguez remains a divisive figure because of her close links to Maduro's former administration.
Finalmente, queríamos dar un balance de cómo va el proceso de recuperación del estado de La Guaira. Ya hemos recuperado el servicio de electricidad en un 75%. Los equipos siguen trabajando hasta alcanzar una recuperación completa del servicio eléctrico en el estado, al igual que el agua, que tiene una recuperación del 68%, y la vialidad, que ya está recuperada en un 90%, toda la transitabilidad y la circulación. Muy importante, como hemos dicho, para la atención de las labores de rescate.
So the earthquake response is being judged on two fronts. Can the government rescue people and support survivors fast enough? And can it do it while allowing enough access, information, and oversight? There is another complication. Venezuela's largest oil refinery, Amuay, has suspended operations after a major power outage in western Falcon State. That adds pressure to a country already dealing with damaged buildings, fragile hospitals, displaced families, and disrupted electricity. The rescue phase is now slowly turning into a recovery phase. The death toll is expected to rise. The number of missing remains uncertain, and thousands of families are still waiting for news. For more such explainers, subscribe to DawnNews English.